All right, today we're unwrapping the delicious mystery behind one of the world's most incredible foods, the xiaolongbao, or as you probably know it, the soup dumpling.
Okay, let's just get right to it. This is the question, right? How in the world does the soup get in there? I'll tell you, the answer isn't some kind of kitchen magic. It's actually this brilliant mix of science, history, and some seriously clever marketing.
To really get this, we gotta go back in time, way, way back, to the Song Dynasty. That's where we meet the soup dumpling's much bigger and, let's say, more rough-and-tumble ancestor.
So you see, this whole thing starts as a big, hearty breakfast bun up in the north. But when the Song court had to flee south, they took their food with them. And down south, the local chefs looked at this big, rustic bun and thought, we can do better. We can make this elegant. And so the great shrinking operation began.
But, just making something smaller and fancier doesn't guarantee it'll become a superstar. To make that leap from a local favorite to a global icon, well, that took a true marketing genius. And that's where our hero from the Qing dynasty, a guy named Hong Mingzhan, comes into the story. Picture this. It's 1871. The market is just flooded with these thick, doughy meat buns. Everyone's trying to make theirs bigger and heartier. And Huang Mingxian looks around at all this and thinks, you know what? I'm going to go in the complete opposite direction.
He decided to create something totally new, something with paper-thin skin and a massive, soupy filling. And then, and this is the genius part, he gave it the most confusing, brilliant name you could imagine, the Nansheng Big Mantou. Now you gotta understand, a mantou is a plain, unfilled, steamed bun. It's like calling a tiny sports car a big truck. It makes no sense. Or does it? This was his whole strategy. It was all about playing with your expectations. Imagine you walk in asking for this big mantou, expecting a giant dough ball, and they hand you this tiny, delicate little thing. You'd be confused, right? But then you take a bite, and that explosion of savory soup creates this moment of pure surprise and delight. His shop became a legend almost overnight.
Okay, so the name was pure genius. It got people in the door. But the real magic, the thing that kept them coming back, was still that incredible soup. How on earth did he get it in there? Nope, it wasn't a tiny syringe or some kind of magic wand. The real answer is just a testament to the incredible wisdom of Chinese chefs. And it all comes down to one amazing, game-changing ingredient. The secret has a name, pidong, or what we call aspic jelly. And this is where things get really, really cool. It's basically a super concentrated soup that, get this, turns solid when you chill it. So here's the two-step trick, and it's brilliant. First, you take that jellied soup, which is solid, chop it into little bits, and mix it right in with the raw meat. Then, when you steam the dumpling, all that heat melts the jelly, and poof, it transforms back into a delicious hot broth. It's literally a solid that becomes a liquid, all inside that little wrapper. Pure food science. Now, an idea this good? It's not going to stay in one place for long. It started to spread, and as it did, it started to change. This created these, well, let's call them schools of thought on what makes the perfect soup dumpling, each with its own loyal following. You've basically got three main rivals in the ring. First, you have the Shanghai original, the classic. Think of it as elegant and restrained with a really fresh, clear soup. Then you've got the Woxi style. Whoa, this one is a total powerhouse. It's bigger, darker, and so sweet it's been called a meaty, solid syrup. And then you have the one that took over the globe, the Taiwanese version from Din Tai Fung. This is the perfectionist, the scientist of the group, with exactly 18 folds and a super delicate flavor.
All right, so now you know the history, the marketing, the science. You're basically a soup dumpling scholar. So let's put that knowledge into practice. It's time to talk about how to actually eat one of these things without making a complete mess.
And I'm serious, you need to listen up here, because doing this wrong, well, it can lead to a disaster. We're talking hot soup flying everywhere. Not a good look, especially if you're trying to impress someone. This is a crucial life skill.
Okay, here's the official technique. It's a simple ritual. Lift, nibble, sip. You lift it gently from the top knot. Then you place it on your spoon and you nibble a little hole in the side. That's your window. Let the steam out and then sip that amazing soup. Then, and only then, do you dip it in the vinegar and ginger and eat the rest. Trust me, it's a process and it's worth it. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, why not try making them yourself? Here's the cheat sheet. The most important part is getting that magic jelly right, And look, don't stress about getting 18 perfect plates. Seriously, as long as the soup stays inside, you've won. It's a good dumpling.
You know, when you really think about it, this little dumpling is so much more than just food. It's got centuries of history, it's got science, it's got this incredible story of innovation packed inside. It's kind of this perfect little reminder that sometimes it's what's on the inside that really, truly counts.
So now you know the secret. You're in on it. Go ahead and share that little bit of marketing genius the next time you're enjoying a basket. It's a fantastic story to tell and a tasty reminder that sometimes the best things come in the most surprising packages. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.